Greetings humanity, and welcome once again to Abject Adventure Gamery. I am Jim, and with me is Lucci. Hello!
Hello!
Yay! How are things? How is the gaming life and what have you?
It has been a stupidly busy break between us. Lots of things have gone on. Like Dice Tower West.
Ah! What is this thing? I presume it is a tower that involves dice, and it is west of people.
There were at least 2 floors. So
that could qualify as a tower, perhaps, if it's very narrow.
for anybody that doesn't know, Dice Tower is a YouTube channel that does board game reviews and how-to videos. And they have the original Dice Tower convention, Dice Tower East in Florida, every year, and they made a West one several years ago that has gotten to be very popular. And it's just borrowing games from their library and playing board games basically the entire time.
Cool.
I was not going to go. My roommate goes every year. I was not going to go, and then one of the local gaming stores asked me to run Star Wars Unlimited, the card game.
Yeah.
So I worked 3 days for 5 hours a day and got a ticket to Dice Tower. So I played board games, and by that I mean I played 3, 4, 5 board games.
Many.
All of which on one day. I played Star Wars Unlimited, and then I played Blood on the Clock Tower for hours on end.
That sounds fun.
But yeah, games, Mythic Mischief, which was fun, little Harry Potter-esque, but set in a world of monsters going to school and can't be caught by their teacher doing mischief.
Excellent.
Galaxy Trucker, which is a fun little board game that's been around for a while.
Yeah.
And I've played before, but we played. Project Elite, which is defend a base against an alien invasion, basically. And then the standout was 2 standouts were Primal, which is basically a boss fight, like a fantasy boss fight, which has some cool mechanics and has giant miniatures that come with it and is ridiculous and I'm sure stupid expensive. But it was fun. It was a good game. And then Hard Rock 1977, where you play you're trying to get your garage band signed and do a record deal and have the most points at the end, and that was the most fun.
Oh, nice.
And for someone with 0 musical talent whatsoever, or barely interest in music in general, it was a really fun game and really cool.
Nice.
But and then part of that, I got to play some of the Blood of the Clock Tower I did were games with Chris Grace, who people may know from No Roads Barred or anything Dropout, and he's a comedian in LA. He ran a few games that were great and a lot of fun.
Nice.
So had a great time, and then starting on this coming Monday, I will probably officially join the local community of Blood on the Clock Tower in Las Vegas, who co-work with a lot of the Pandemonium Institute, the ones who make Blood on the Clock Tower, and they work with this group as well as a few of the other groups, the Grimm, and a few other groups, like all kind of work together and share storytellers and do like Blood on the Clock Tower events and everything. So
nice.
There's a lot of so hopefully all that will go well. It seems to go well. I was very happy to because it's a social deduction game. I was very happy to be the person who put together the shit that's going on before the end. You know, even if you like flip it up and reverse it, but to like figure out this is what's happening. I don't know who's doing it, but this is why it's happening. Again, I nailed it. I got it. I had one really good game where I said exactly what was happening, and I flipped the two characters that were doing it. I flipped who was doing what.
Nice.
But I was like, yeah, got him. I got him.
You got close. You got the right culprits. It's just
yeah. Well, yeah. Well, they were the two that were like messing things up, but like they could, because they were messing it up, they couldn't be the evil. So like we had to go somewhere. Like so we ended up winning because like I sowed enough doubt in those two that like to write them off as like the potential bad. So like last second we pulled out that win.
Nice. That sounds awesome, man. That's very cool.
If I remember correctly. I could be mixing games. But so
I don't know. What is? I mean, yeah, it can be a bit of a blur. You go to a con and you get a fire hose of games to drink from, and it can be.
Yeah. Like it was nice. It was nice, but like having like the limited time and whatnot, like the middle of my day being taken up by Star Wars, I was like, let me just keep playing something that's fun. Fortunately, in October there's a Blood on the Clock Tower convention here in Vegas. So I'm like, that's probably a better way to do it.
Excellent. I wonder if they've had any. And again, I'm not huge. I only know things about Blood on the Clock Tower through osmosis. I've never played it. I've never actually seen it played. So I know it's social deduction. That's about it. But I do have to wonder if anyone has set up any of these events inside an actual clock tower.
I feel like that would be pretty. I mean, the company that made the game is based out of London, so. I mean, there's one good clock tower that I know.
They've got the one at least.
They got the one at least.
I have a feeling that if people are allowed inside it, which I don't know if they are or not, I have a feeling that access is very highly controlled.
Well, I mean, I know they do tours, and I like, you could probably convince somebody to let you use the space, rent out the space.
But I have a feeling, though, the only problem I can see with convincing, let anyone, let alone, a national landmark, a national monument, to play. I think the biggest hump to get over there is when you tell them the name of the game.
Yeah. I mean,
you like to rent out your clock tower. Oh, great! What's the name of the thing that you're doing? What's the event called? What's it? What will you be doing at this event? Playing games. Oh, really? What games?
No, it's just called Clock Tower.
Clock Tower, yeah, that's it.
Just Clock Tower.
Just Clock Tower. Thematic thing. Now, don't look at these boxes. When it's like you get approval, and then on the day you have to cover the boxes carefully as you're going in, so they don't suspect.
We always suspect you. We always suspect.
And then the next game, and then the next day when the social media comes out, then you get that phone call.
Better ask for forgiveness.
We shall not be allowing you again.
That's fair.
And you have been banished by the king.
That part seems a bit harsh.
It does, but
I didn't say unfair. I said harsh.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. So I just have the same stuff going on that I typically do. I am in now. I'm now in 3 tabletop campaigns at the moment, so that's fun. 2 of them are D&D, or at least using that system. One is a fairly traditional-ish D&D game, and then the other one is using dark matter, which we ran on this channel at one time. My friend Alyssa ran a dark matter campaign here. The Mage Hand Press dark matter, not the alternative dark matter. And so it's space fantasy stuff, but highly advanced tech, that kind of thing. And so that's been fun thus far, because we are now one of the first things we're doing is we're visiting a traditional fantasy planet, and so we're having to be there and pretend that we don't have advanced technology. It's hilarious. So
excellent.
That's been fun, yeah. I guess we'll go ahead and, speaking of advanced technology, I guess we're going to dive back into Suspended. I feel as though we are getting close.
I feel as though advanced technology is a strong word for this, and with the exception of there is weather generating machines and whatnot. Like the actual interactions that we get are kind of neutered versions of things we can do currently.
Yeah, syntax is a bit of an issue when we're talking about these things. Just a slight issue.
Yeah, that's just my feeling.
Yeah. By slight I mean the bane of our existence. But for those of you just joining us on this journey, we have been playing Suspended, which is a game from 1983, that text adventure game in Infocom's line of text adventure games. We are playing a person who is frozen inside a facility, cryogenically suspended inside a facility, and his brain is connected to a computer that controls 6 robots that run around and do things in the facility. And everything is going haywire, and people are dying on the planet because the weather control is all over the place, and we are trying to fix it before they replace us. And I feel like with the last time we did this, we got close. We're starting to get very close. We found there is a so there are people from our sort of central control organization, the tech branch of that, have come to potentially replace us. But they sort of were like, well, okay, no, they see that there's something wrong when we have a robot lead them to a place where something's wrong. And they're like, okay, well, let's wait and see what happens. And they wait for a certain number of turns, and then they come and replace us if we don't fix things. And we've been replacing wires, and there's one wire we don't have. It's a red wire, but we figured out where it is. It is attached to the 7th robot that has been decommissioned, whose name is Fred. We found Fred in sort of the repair area. In fact, I had forgotten. I can in fact show these things to an extent because we have our map. That sort of shows this is the complex, and this shows where everything is. And that is kind of the sort of the issues we've been trying to fix in the the filtering computers, the 3 filtering computers that run the whole thing. And we initially knew there was a problem in the secondary channel, but since then we found that there is a problem in the primary channel as well. And it's the wire inside the primary channel that we need to replace still, with a wire of the same color. A cable, I should say, of the same color. And so we're going to repurpose, we want to repurpose a red cable that Fred has. But in order to detach it, we apparently need tools, or a specific tool. And when we left, I was saying I can only think of one place in this game where we have seen tools. Or rather heard a bag of them jingling.
Yep.
And that is when the people come in. Let me pull up my notes, though, because there were 1 or 2 things I also probably am realizing I should have mentioned. That are related to all of this. One thing I begin to wonder is if this was the first PC game, desktop computer game that had speed running on it, because it's that encouraged speed running the game, where you try to get to the minimum number of deaths. And I realized in the arcade that was probably a thing already, because you had Donkey Kong championships already happening by that point. It was like the year after Donkey Kong came out. But this might be the first PC game, because at the time they were relatively primitive, that encouraged speedrunning. I don't know if that's the case or not, but certainly one of the earlier ones.
Yeah, I mean, and these games encourage it, but there is like, I don't know what glitches you can find in some of these games to get faster run times.
It's the first time I've seen it specifically laid out in the manual, where it's like, this is a challenge to see how fast you can get it done. But the other thing actually relates to our plan. I have a thought about how we might do this.
Okay.
So, as we know, as you know, Bob, we have Auda up here, and she's the one who grabs, when one of the techs goes to sleep, she grabs their tool bag and runs to the maintenance access area, where they come in and see the problem. They see that there is steam rising up, and they can get to the wheel and keep the acid interchange from dissolving parts of the computer.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, things shook loose after an earthquake. That's really what happened. But then they immediately grabbed their tool bag back. Now, it occurred to me something that we might do, that we could do, is it takes a few turns for them to get there, for the humans to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So what we might do is have a second robot waiting here. Have Auda hand the tool bag off to the other robot. Have that other robot run down to the end of the hallway and get into the egg-shaped car, and take the car over so that they can't see them. And hopefully the humans will just follow Auda, is what I was thinking.
Okay.
Now, I did find out I went back and I watched the last time we did this.
Mm-hmm.
Like a week or two ago, and I did notice something. I took a screenshot, actually, because the ending happened so quickly. And I'll need to see. I don't know if I have it right here. I might. But if not, that's okay. But there was a message we couldn't read fast enough because I accidentally hit the enter key when it happened. Yes, I think I have it. I think I have the screenshot here that I took to show this death message that we're seeing. You recognize these people. This is getting perhaps a bit meta. We'll see. So the death message that we got at one point was after we tried having Auda get into the car and taking it across because we didn't want them to replace us with a clone.
Right.
And you will note what the death message is: as the door swings open, you are blinded by intense light and incredible pain. Just before everything overloads and you fade from existence, you can make out the shape of two figures outside, one of them holding onto the door of the cylinder, and then everything goes dark. So I think... Yeah.
It didn't say it looked like us.
Yes, exactly. It was not three... Normally, it would say three figures, and one of them looks like you. So I think it worked. I looked at it and I compared the moves.
And they just unplugged us.
Yeah, they just went in and unplugged us.
Okay.
And I think it bought us, and this is a later move. This is move 419. I think it bought us something like 50 moves or more.
Okay.
Hey, using that tactic.
My plan worked.
Yes, your plan actually did work.
Kind of.
I mean, yeah, it worked in after a fashion. I mean, it didn't deter them permanently, but it did delay them, and so that was that actually did it. So that was basically what I was thinking. I was thinking that then, therefore, I think then that will work if we put someone in that in there so that they can't get at them. Just in case they happen to see them.
I wonder if the car is there because they just it's a 20 move hallway. Like there's nothing. You know what I mean? Like we have this car here, so you can get there in one move. But
it could be. I think it might also have to do with the fact that and they put a barrier there. So yeah, well, it has to be there for a reason, right?
Yeah.
So I think the purpose for it being there is to delay so you can delay the humans when they come in.
Yeah. Awesome.
I'm saying this as though we're not also playing a human. The person in the cylinder is a human.
Is he at this point?
I don't know. They're just in a really weird state.
I haven't seen Mickey 17 yet, so I don't know.
That's true. Neither have I. Which iterate? That's god. When I do eventually see, I am going to see Mickey 17 at some time soon, and so it'll just be neat having played this.
Yeah. I'm very much looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Maybe hopefully, I think I'll have time this weekend. I might actually go this weekend.
Cool. I'm still at a point that I have to pick out a time when there are not many people in the theater.
Yeah.
So I have to be careful, but yeah, I'm hoping to see it soon. But I still need to see the Captain America movie that just came out. I need to go and see that.
It is.
It is a movie.
It is. It is. Like, you know what? Recently, people have complained about Marvel movies being bad or whatever. Like all these things. It is completely mid.
Oh, okay. Well, that could be an improvement potentially.
Right. If you want to go and see a movie and not be completely disappointed, this is a movie.
Good, excellent. No, I mean,
Yeah,
that's.
it's fine. It doesn't. Yeah, that's it. That's all I have
I'll
to say.
take it.
It's a fine movie. I like the people in it. You can tell there were a lot of reshoots.
I see. Yeah, that has been an eternal. Well, they had. Well, okay, I'm not going to get into it right now.
Yeah.
But,
That's fine.
A lot of stuff got rushed, and it caused problems.
Yeah.
They
This
were
might
trying
be
to-
able to tell there were a ton of reshoots.
Yeah.
It's a good mid movie.
There was a lot of overcorrecting when COVID hit, and they're still recovering from that.
Yeah.
But as far as trying to get everything out there immediately. Turns out when you do a content fire hose, that compromises the content. But in any case, what am I doing? I mean, I liked a lot of the stuff. But okay, no, that's enough.
Yeah. We digressed.
Yes, we're going down the wrong trouser leg. Okay.
All right. So what is the current idea? The current plan?
So my thought is we restore to a point when the humans are coming in.
Okay.
And I think we have Alda grab the bag and run into
we see
that area.
On from there, because we kind of
hand the bag off to a second robot.
Yeah.
And have the second robot run down to do the thing.
I have trepidation about the second robot. I don't feel like this is smart enough to do that. But I know what you're saying.
It does let you give an item from one robot to another.
Yeah.
So it could, yeah. I mean, it could work, perhaps. I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Did he use his tools to fix the maintenance leak?
Not the leak, no, but I can't think of anywhere else there are tools.
Yeah.
The only thing.
And did we try taking them again? Or have we tried taking them again? Afterwards.
Afterwards. Ooh. We have not.
Okay.
I mean, we could try that.
I mean, we could try that. That's a quick. We can find out if it works.
Yeah. Just have to figure out the situation. Okay. Well, we'll have to figure out what point to restore to, I guess, is the question that we must figure out.
Okay. As we figure that out, I will share a personal anecdote, which is I was undiagnosed with ADD for most of my life. After I got diagnosed as an adult, they were just kind of like, whatever, you can try this medication. Didn't have any medication that had any effect on me. I tried a different medication recently, where my wife found it very funny that I said the thing that she said on similar medication, which was, oh, my brain's quiet. That's weird. So I actually found something that kind of works.
Nice.
And I'm just discovering and playing with that now.
Congratulations.
Yeah. It's interesting.
That's got to be so weird.
Right. Yeah. Well, so we talked about, like, there are a lot of people who have ADD or ADHD or whatever. So have like a soundtrack going on in their head. Like people talk about having like music playing in their head all the time, and my wife is one of those people. Like she's always got, something going on, like musically in her head. I've never been that person. Like that's never been my thing. But like the fact that we both like take medication that works and both have the same reaction, like, oh, it's quiet. Like I just run through scenarios in my head like constantly.
Yeah. I just have I don't know how to describe it actually.
Right.
It's I've described it as running a daycare center basically.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
All the thoughts running around trying to corral them. Occasionally you can do things to keep them all quiet for a while.
You know what they're all doing. You just can't stop them all from doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? You can only take care of one at a time. Like that's a really good. It doesn't mean the others aren't running around making lots of noise.
Yep.
That's a horribly accurate description. Okay.
Yeah. There's lots of children. It's funny because I was listening to I years ago. This is like over a decade ago. I came up with that metaphor when I was just listening to a podcast and a young mother was talking about the fact that with her child, she has to take care of things that she thinks of immediately because the child is going to drive the thought out
right
at any moment. And so that sort of, I realized later, was like, wait a minute.
I am that child.
Yeah. That must be what this is. It's kind of like that. I've gone ahead and restored actually if we want to try the grabbing the tool bag later.
Grab it real quick and
I don't know exactly. This is
like
right after we were able to move Fred.
It doesn't matter. Like we're just gonna see if it works.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where Auda is. Okay, Auda is in the room with some talking mechanisms. I can't remember what she called it, but I think if we call it a tool bag, it'll be all right. The talking mechanisms won't let me take it.
Okay.
So we might have to do this during that initial dash.
Yeah, we can. Yeah. So let's find that restore.
Okay, here we go. Let me see. Although not dying. Humans friendly-ish.
Oh,
so
you know what?
Probably the one right before that.
I wonder if one thing to think of is when we have the tool bag is to look in the tool bag. There may be a specific tool that we just take out and we give them their tool bag.
Oh
back.
yeah, there might be. But it would have to be someone other than Auda. Someone other than Auda needs to be able to distinguish one tool from another.
Right. Yeah, there's that.
Oh my god. So who do we want up there with her?
I mean,
are you going to say poet?
I went to every other robot in my head before I went to poet.
It's a problem, isn't it?
It is because Waldo is very useful and could be helpful in just his like picking it up. Sensa will only tell us about flow and whatnot, and it's not going to be helpful enough. Poet is going to be infuriating, but probably the most useful.
Damn it!
because we can't move Iris out.
Yeah, we can't move Iris.
Who do we want? Iris. Who
We
do
want
get?
Iris. We can't have Iris.
Poet. We get Poet.
Oh, the pain.
That.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know where.
well, let's see where we are. I'm gonna restore to the one just before the humans become friendly, and see what the timeline is.
Okay.
And we'll see how this goes. All robots report. Okay. Iris is at the hydroponics monitors. Currently. And, looking at that issue where food tons are optimal, apparently. One of the mechanisms has begun snoring. It is irritating. Okay, so they've just fallen asleep. Waldo says sonar detects the corridor, descends to the north. He's in the sloping corridor.
If we take it while they sleep, do they wake up?
Well, no, only one of them goes to sleep. That's the problem.
Oh, right.
Because the other one notices it immediately, so you have to run out of there. Sensa is in maintenance access. Okay, Sensa's the one who's there. Already. Auda is in the sleep chamber, listening to them. There's a jingling bag here. Poet is in the hydroponics control area. And Whiz is, of course, in the technical peripheral, which is the only place he ever is. Auda's now saying the breathing of the mechanisms has become irregular and they begin to stir. That actually probably took more than one move. I'm going to go ahead and restore even just that again.
Yeah.
So right now we have Sensa in the maintenance area. If we want to hand the tool bag off to Sensa.
Yeah, we can try.
Yeah, we can give it a shot.
Let's go ahead.
I have a feeling you're right, though, that we're going to need to put Poet in there. Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see if we can get away with not doing that. Wait, sleep. Okay. All right. Now that we know where everyone is and what they're doing, Auda, get jingling bag. Auda taken. Give me that, you little devil! That robot's a thief. Let's get it. Yeah. Okay. Run to. Is it maintenance access? Is that what it's called?
Yes.
It's maintenance access. Yes. Good. Good. Excellent. Excellent. Maintenance access. I hear you loud and clear. Talk to you when I get there.
Alright.
Cool.
Just wait.
Did we reposition everyone?
I did. Yep.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. So we're gonna go ahead then. Oh wait, well, Waldo couldn't possibly be over in the secondary channel right now.
Oh yeah. I forget where he is.
Yeah, he's in the sloping corridor. We can throw him over there. He's close, but he's not. Yeah, down there. Okay. Everyone else is just basically where we need them to be. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Unless we want to play with the weather right now, which I guess we could do.
No. Let's just wait and let's see if this works, and then we'll get.
Right, wait. Okay. From what I can hear, I have arrived at the maintenance access. Excellent. Okay. Give bag to Sensa. Given. Sensa.
Okay. Go to
Run
Alpha Repair.
to was it hallways in something? Hallway end. Order input acknowledged, output on arrival. Okay.
Okay.
Wait, I guess?
Yeah.
Sensory mechanisms match goal directive. I am at the hallway end. Okay, good. Get in car. Oh, I feel something wrenching the tool container from my extensions. Ah! Didn't work. They followed the bag.
Yeah. All right. What if we have Anna take the bag and just go straight to Alpha Repair?
Stand by. She's gonna freaking collapse.
Oh?
Oh yeah, the acid's still dropping down.
Wait, no, Alpha Repair. Alpha Repair.
Alpha Repair. Oh!
Yeah,
Alpha Repair?
Where the 7th robot is. I guess technically Gamma Repair.
Gamma Repair. Yeah, but
Yeah.
are they gonna find...
I don't know if they can go in to the repair area. I feel like some part of the description was like it's like a robot
Robot repair area.
entrance.
Yeah, we can give that a try. Sure. Yeah, the only other thing I could think was to have since a look at the word. Yeah, it might be the right idea that we're going to end up having to take a tool out of the tool bag. But okay, so restore. Yeah, unless we can like throw the tool bag somewhere.
Right.
Okay. Should be the same one. Okay. How to get bag and run to Gamma Repair.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. So let's wait a bit and see if that worked. Gamma Repair is quite a ways away.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't get from Sloping Corridor to Hallway Junction. Oh, that's right. He's carrying the freaking thing.
It's not. Oh, we need
Waldo's
to put the ramp
carrying
down?
the. Yeah. Waldo is carrying the ramp. Hang on, I'll fix that first before we do that. Because I remember from that. Hang on. Wait a minute. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, Waldo has positioned the ramp. Get the bag. Run to Gamma Repair. Okay. Now I guess we can wait and see.
We can send Poet to Gamma Repair.
Okay. Poet is heading to Gamma Repair.
Okay.
We're waiting. Auda is in Gamma Repair.
Okay.
I mean, while she's here, we may as well have her look around.
Yeah.
See what it's like to... Ah! Not fast enough. Noise of machinery can be detected coming from the north. The noisy walkway is not in motion. In the room with me are some talking mechanisms. We've got him now. He's cornered. Let's grab the tool bag and get on with this fiasco. Uh-oh, I feel something wrenching the jingling bag from my extensions.
We don't have, like, when we stop, we don't even have one action. Like,
it's like we had enough time to hand the bag off and then for the other robot to run, but they just follow the bag.
yeah.
And when Sensa stopped, we had one action basically, and then they came and grabbed they came and grabbed it even before the car activated, which was interesting.
All right, so we have all right, so whatever we do, we have to do it in the maintenance area access.
I think so.
Okay.
One thing I'm thinking, and this might be a wasted turn, but I'm thinking about having Sensa's already there. Sensa might be able to examine the bag, maybe. Because Sensa has been able to at least detect when there is a thing there.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll kind of see. We can try that.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say Anna has the bag, so like get on into the maintenance access area, open the bag, and maybe have Sensa look in the bag.
Yeah. Okay. Try that. Okay. How do I get bag? Run to maintenance area.
Access.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Open the bag. I can't. It requires a human access code. And so look at bag. The tool container is closed. Hey, look at that. The pipes going to the filtering computers have burst. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'll get our tool bag back. And then they walk away. That's interesting, though.
Bag
So,
has an access code.
Yeah. That is strange. I have a thought, though. Where is Wiz? Technical peripheral. Excellent. Wiz, ask about bag. Ask about tool bag. Ask about, what was it, jingly bag? Doesn't know the word jingly. What was it called?
Jingly bag?
I tried the word jingly,
Bag.
but it was... Hang on. There are words here. Tool container. No data available on that subject from the technical pedestal. I was wondering if, I think we probably... aren't going to be able to do it, but let me see here. Auda, I'm looking for Auda's report. A jingling bag. That's what it was called. Okay. So Wiz doesn't know about that. The only other thing I'm thinking is to put him at the advisory pedestal for a second to see if there's anything about it there. Even if there's nothing technical.
Yeah.
There may not be. This may just be a bad situation. Okay, plug in. Ask about jingling bag. No data. Okay. I was wondering if he might have the access code. The only other thing I could think to do is to bring it down to the index pedestal and scan it, but don't know if that's doable. Might not be. Maybe we're not supposed to open it. Maybe there's something else we're supposed to use as a tool. Because it's either that or we have to manage some weird thing with this bag.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, well, one way we could get more information is to run to Iris and show her the bag.
Okay.
For like a split second.
Yeah, let's give it a try.
That might give us more information anyway. Okay, here we go. Run to Iris. At the hydroponics monitors. Aha! I forgot. Hang on. They can't get from the sloping corridor to the hallway junction. I forgot. To make that work, I have to put ramp at step. Okay. Now we can do it. How to get the bag. Run to Iris. And now we can wait. Okay, Iris. Look at bag. The tool bag is closed. Open bag? I can't, it requires a human access code. Ada is a small robot about 1 meter in height with large dish receptors, which give him the appearance of having large ears. He is a listening robot. It is a him. Okay. That's weird. Alright, for some, and I only say that because it's like I thought the literature, I thought the game's literature said Ada was she, her, but I guess not. I might have read that wrong. No, it does. It does. It refers to Ada as her. But it's different inside the game itself. Okay, I guess that was I guess they thought of these things at 2 different times, or they forgot.
Right.
So. Should we throw it into the east end from the cavernous room? Let acid drop on the humans? I don't know.
You know what? That could be fun. Like,
I mean,
that could be an end of the planet because they don't have their tools. It could be the worst ending.
It could be. Should we go for it?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely, we do that once.
All right. Okay, Waldo put ramp at step. We are sacrificing Ada, potentially here. But I'm sure we'll figure it out. Okay, here we go. Ada, get the bag. And we're going to have her run to...
It's called... just go Beta FC.
Beta FC. Sure, yeah, go for broke.
Yeah. See how far she makes it.
All right, here we go. This is terrible. Waiting. 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 The bag is melting!
So before we find out what happens to the humans and everything else, I will say, for Blood on the Clock Tower, just like this game, this is a good death for science.
It is a good death for science. This is true. So the bag is melting. Do we want to keep waiting, or do we want to...
Yeah. I mean, she hasn't made it there yet.
Oh, yeah. I'm starting to hear background noise. Warning, earwax buildup beyond hope. From what I can hear, I've arrived at the Beta FC.
Wow. Oh, damn. Because of what we did to her, we won't find out what happened.
I can hear the tremendous roar of air conditioning here. Air currents flow to the north, the west, and the south. System failure. Ear canals beyond hope. Uh-oh, trouble. So much for that robot. Too bad. Cryolink established to Iris. I kind of want to see what happened. Do we have anyone somewhere where they can go and see if there are human bodies there?
I feel like, should we just wait it out?
We could send Sensa, or we could send...
I mean, send Poet. Poet's closer.
Send Poet. That's... I'm sure...
Poet go to the short corridor.
Yeah. I think that'll be good. Alright, Poet's headed to the short corridor. This'll be great. I don't know what's going to happen, if anything.
Yeah.
I detect the flow within the pipes overhead stopping and the acid leak stopping too. Oh! They fixed it! The humans are still around somewhere.
Alright, send Poet in, see if the bag is in any of those 3 rooms. So,
Yeah.
West 1. Or east. That's east.
Yeah. Okay. A great interpreter of all our daily occurrences lie ahead, while a walk in the sky awaits for me in the northeast. He's at the short corridor.
Okay. Yeah, so send him West 1.
So
That's
East
where
1?
The bag... Yeah, East 1.
Cavernous room. Twice the size of life, this area makes me feel like a dwarf.
Okay.
And... East again. East End. Ah, Mama, here I am, your sunny boy returned after a lifetime of wandering. Beta FC. Amid the nervous neurons, the synaptic links make jumps akin to imagination found only in Wonderland. In the room with me is non-functional Auda. I have a feeling the bag just doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Auda, the ears of the people can hear the beauties of the surroundings, the subtleties of the creatures, and is about 1 meter in height. Oh. So I guess if you lure the humans down there, they're I assume they're still... Hey, you know what? I'm gonna send Poet to the... Just because I'm curious. I'm gonna send Poet to the, where's the rec room? The activities area.
Yeah.
Because I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep, they're here. You can't hear them, but they're... just what I needed, a spot amid the jungle of worries, a place to relax, to call my own, to stretch out and enjoy myself. In the room with me are some creators with a capital C. I feel as though I can't accept the existence of any bag here. I think the bag's gone. I don't think it matters. I think it's just that that's it. I do, however, I am curious if there's stuff. We haven't never checked to see if there's stuff out here. Up in this area, like there's a supply room to the west of us.
Okay.
And I'm just slightly curious. Tools for industry, tools for the dead. There is a furthest holder here. Sitting on the furthest holder is a life slicer. There is a big brother here. Some creators are off to the east. I think this was what we needed. I don't know what a life slicer is. But we never checked the freaking supply room.
So
I think this is it.
So let's just assume it's a knife or wire cutters. Oh, a life slicer. It would end his life. Wire cutters.
This is a standard cutting instrument, according to Wiz, who is at the technical. Who's at the technical panel.
Boy, that sure would be useful to cut a wire out of.
Yeah.
Boy, we didn't need to do any of this.
We did not. Okay, I guess I'm going to restore back to when we, something a little more recent then. My God. It is kind of hilarious. Okay. So, let me see where we stopped. We stopped at move 240. We actually may not have much time. But if we need more time, we'll go back further. I can't remember where we are on the death clock at the moment.
Well, we can send Otta to just grab it and...
Yeah, that's true. We know now that there's a thing there. We don't know what it's called, but it lets us use the word slicer, so we'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Auda is in the activities area with the mechanisms. Okay, good. West. The air is very still here. Get slicer? I can't hear any slicer here. Damn it. Yeah, we have to send someone else. Let me hang on a second. I'm just going to do a quick all robots report so we see where everyone is and go from there. Okay, Iris is at the weather monitors.
Okay.
Waldo is at gamma repair.
Right.
Carrying a bunch of cables. Sensa is also in gamma repair. Auda is in the activities area. Poet is in the weather control area.
Right.
And Wiz is, of course, at his panel at the historical peripheral.
Right. Okay. So nobody is close to home. Cool.
Yeah, I guess send
Sensa.
Yeah, because it's like...
Just, I mean, just send Waldo at this point.
Yeah. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 moves to get there. From there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They are as
7,
far
8, 9,
away.
10, 11, 12. It's 13. Yeah. Everyone is equally far away.
Yeah. If Otta can't do it, we might as well just send Waldo.
Yeah, I mean, Wiz is technically the closest who can get there. I don't know if he can leave the area he's in.
I don't think he can.
Yeah. So, yeah, we've never tried it, really.
That's true.
But yeah, we'll go ahead and let me pull that up again. Waldo, please go get a thing. Are Waldo's hands full? 14-inch, 16-inch backup transmitter micro. He's got one open hand. Okay. So we're gonna go to the
small supply room.
Small supply room. Okay. Just to show folks what we're looking at. I'm gonna do that real quick. And sort of ping up there that we're sending Waldo up there to the small supply room. So that he can get the thing. And he might be able to detect it, I'm not sure. Small supply room. He is on his way. Expect a report on arrival.
Okay, we can't do anything else without that wire, so.
No, not really. Sense of looking here. There's a broken device here. A group of conductors extend from the once electronic mechanism. There is a large object here. In gamma repair. The conveying mechanism is not in motion. I wonder if there's a purpose to the conveying mechanism in this game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it does seem a bit odd. I guess, should we just wait?
Yeah, I would just wait.
Okay.
Alternatively, I would send Anna there just to make sure that the 7th robot is not screaming. I'm still alive! Help me!
Oh no! That's terrible!
I'm so morbid. Alright. Just continue to wait.
God!
His speaker was the only thing left working. I can feel pain.
Oh my god. That is... Oh, jeez. I can't. I'm sorry. No, I can't. That's terrible. I am slightly curious now. But,
I don't know what's wrong with me. Actually, I know a lot of things that are wrong with me. I don't know which one of them causes this.
It could be anything, really. I'm gonna have Poet remind us where the dials are currently. Just because we have a second. Okay, yeah, we're trying to equalize the towers a little bit. Okay. Wait. Waldo is at the small supply room. Okay, great. Well, I'm gonna save. Sitting on the high extending holder is a cutting tool. There's a square container here. So the way Waldo sees the small supply room, I can detect a small area cluttered with things which extend from the walls. Doorways lead to the east and west. There is a high extending holder here. Sitting on the high extending holder is a cutting tool. There is a square container here.
Do we just want to open the container to see what's in it?
I kind of do.
Yeah.
Open container. Robots are restricted from opening this cabinet. Get tool. It's too high up and it's too high up there and I can't reach it. God, we have to have the humans do it. How do we get the humans to do it?
Isn't one of the robots taller?
I think, yeah, Fred. Unfortunately, Fred is no longer with us.
Shut your hole. Yeah, we had the same thing trying to fix the maintenance leak ourselves.
Yep.
It's the exact same response.
I mean, we could try something though. That didn't. This did not work in the maintenance access area.
Yeah.
But maybe it would work here. Is if we have Waldo bring the ramp in and stand up on the ramp.
Yeah. Okay.
We can give it a shot.
Yeah.
There's one other thing I can think of trying. And that involves carrying Fred to the rec room. I don't know if that's possible, but it might be. And then the humans will do it for us. Maybe. I am actually morbidly curious.
Alright, well, we're at this save. We're near the... Let's get the stool and see if it works. Or the step and see if it works first.
Yeah. Let me actually... I gotta go back to that one. Okay. Yeah, because I have to go back to the... oh, well, no, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Let me just try this command real quick. Since we're here.
See?
I don't think it's going to work. I just feel a desperate need to try this.
Activities area?
Yeah. All right, never mind.
Yeah, they can't carry him.
All right. Waldo, go to... Where is it?
The sloping corridor.
Right, yes. Sloping corridor. He is on his way. At least now we know we can call it a cutting tool. That gives us something. Not much. If only we could communicate with humans somehow. Waiting. Okay, Waldo, get ramp. Waldo, go to small supply room. I'm on my way. Expect a report on arrival. Wait. Internal mapping indicates arrival at the small supply room. Okay. Waldo, drop ramp. Waldo, get on ramp. Waldo, get tool.
Cutting tool.
I didn't use a comma. And I didn't need to. I'm already talking to Waldo. Get tool. Taken.
Now drop
It worked
the tool.
this time.
Now drop the tool and move the ramp back, and then go back and get the tool because he only has one hand.
Oh God. No, it's working.
Oh, all right.
Aha! He's going to the sloping corridor. Okay, put ramp at step. Now go to gamma repair.
We might get through this game after all.
There's a chance.
That's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
I mean,
We don't need to check the score right now. Oh, it's only 4,143,000 casualties. I'm sure everything's fine.
I think we have enough turns to complete the game. Not necessarily get first place, but complete.
I think completing the game is a good thing to do. If worse comes to worse, we can send Auda down to take the car to the other end.
Yeah.
Give us 50 more moves. Okay, Waldo's at Gamma Repair. Waldo. Cut red wire. I'm gonna save the game.
Surgery.
Yes. Okay. Waldo. Cut red wire with tool. Yes?
Sure.
Oh, it's a cable. Oh, that's right. He doesn't know red.
Right.
Cut smooth wire, which is what he's calling it, with tool. Waldo, what are you carrying? A cutting tool. Cut smooth wire with cutting tool. Done. Okay. Get red wire. Smooth wire. I don't know what anything is called anymore. Get smooth wire. Taken. Go to...
We want them both to go over, right?
Yeah, actually I do want them both to go. Both Waldo and Sensa go to, it's...
Secondary
primary channel? I think it's the primary channel.
I don't remember. But the cable we replaced was the secondary channel. Is that we want to take that back out?
That's the orange cable.
Right. Oh, you're right. You're right. Primary channel, because there was a wire over there also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Using two robots will not help economically. Oh my god. Okay. Waldo, go to primary channel. Sensa, go to primary channel. Good god. I think Sensa has the camera. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out.
I think so.
Waiting. Okay, Waldo is at the primary channel. Okay. Now. It is a red 4-inch cable.
And how long is...
Well, it doesn't really matter how long the smooth cable is. Taken. Okay, Sensa's there now. Okay, Waldo. Oh, Sensa has the 4... Okay. Haha. Put smooth cable in groove. Done.
Reset. Iris has to
Did we replace everything?
I think so.
I think we did. I don't know if this is one where we haven't replaced the orange cable yet, but I think we have.
I think we have.
Oh, maybe this is it? Okay, Iris.
I forget the order. Press 3 and 4.
We need to send Iris to... Yeah, it's like 4 and then 3, I believe. Actually, she just goes west once, and that'll be fine. Okay. Alright, Iris is in the main supply room. The northernmost portion of a large messy area where debris is scattered about. as if something had shaken it loose from the wall. Sitting near the wall is a machine which has a little orange button on its face. Beside the button are two small sockets, one red and one yellow. A red IC sits in the red socket, and the yellow IC sits in the yellow socket. A small glass fuse sits in the panel. On the front panel is a series of 8 circles. The orange button is flashing. There's a fried chip here. There's a burned chip here. And we are pressing, I think it is Barble, so it is 3, then 4.
3, then 4.
Okay. So press 4th circle. Attempt for reset has been rejected. Code entry premature. FC is out of balance. Okay, real quick. Let me see if... Since it's carrying a 4-inch cable. Where's the camera?
Does Waldo have the camera?
No, Waldo has... No, Waldo does not. And Sensa doesn't have it. Oh, God. No, Poet doesn't have it. Did we leave it in gamma repair?
Maybe.
Was it in gamma
Did we
repair?
drop it?
We might have. I'm not clear on where the camera is.
God. Alright, hold on. So Iris says it's not in... How? Who told us how long the cables were? Oh, Iris did when we looked at it with the camera.
Yeah.
Fuck.
There was... And also, I mean, looking at the, Yeah, there's no secondary thing. I don't know what's happening. Did we need to replace the cable that we put in?
Do we have the cable switch? Like, do we need the...
I don't think so. I don't know. Yeah, that was what I was trying to figure out, is if we did everything. I just don't know where the freaking camera is. Let me do something real quick. I'm going to restore real quick back to surgery.
Okay.
I just need to look around real quick. No, it's not here. I do not know where the camera is.
Well, it would only be here or in one of the primary or secondary channels. Like, those are the only places we've used it, right?
Yeah, but it has. We haven't picked it up there.
So I mean, if we restore to the, yeah, maybe this is it. Just go south twice and then see if it's there.
It wasn't, but like, okay, so this is the primary channel. Each one resting, many cables, each one resting on a groove in the floor.
Right.
Small hole in the side of the tube. Beta FC. Narrow tube running north, one running south. South. Secondary channel. Narrow tube, many cables, small diameter within the tube. Side by side in a groove. Sonar detects a small hole in the side of the tube. Above this hole is a recessed sign.
Alright, you know what? Let's restore to surgery. Send Waldo to the primary channel. and let's physically walk Sensa north, and see if we dropped it in another room.
Okay. Should we go ahead and perform the surgery first, or?
Yeah. I mean, we can do that.
Okay. Okay. Go to, where are we putting him? Primary channel. Okay. Since, north. I detect slight vibrational activity from a conveying mechanism.
Okay, north.
North. I'm hanging out with Waldo. Conveying mechanism is alpha repair, nothing.
Alright. Yep, north.
Could it still be up in the cryogenics lab? Is this just a run through that we've done where we didn't get the camera?
I mean, maybe.
We just ran through everything without grabbing it. For some reason, I thought we did grab the camera.
I mean, ought to get the camera, right?
Yeah, I mean, probably. Yeah. Well, the thing is, she couldn't detect the presence of the tool.
Yeah, but I think we had her get it. I can't remember if we had her or
we might have had her get it
the first time.
Yeah, we might have had her get it like the. I think the first time we sent Sensa in there, but we might have the second time sent Auda in there.
Right.
Yeah, we can try it. I don't remember anymore. Well, or maybe, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. We can try it. Send Alda to the hallway end. We can see if it's still there. Alda, get in the car. And we're in the vehicle debarkation area. Get out of car. North. The biology corridor. Cryogenic area.
Take camera.
I can hear the humming of air conditioning within this room. We didn't call it a camera, though. I mean, I can't hear any camera here. Transmitter.
Yeah, get all.
Get on. I don't hear what you mean to get. I don't think it's here.
Well, I mean, she said the same thing about the cutter.
Yeah, that's true. Either that or the thief from Zork 1 has been by.
I mean,
could be anything, really.
I guess send her back, send Sensa to the end hall.
Okay.
Just to make sure. Let's make sure.
Okay. Just gonna send her to the
Activities area.
Since go to hallway end. I'm sure everything is fine. Wait. Sorry. Okay. Get in car. Get out of car. Strange vibrational emanations from the north and the west. Cryogenic area. Electrical switch of some kind is mounted on the wall, and that's it. Biological laboratory. Miles of wiring and circuitry. So, I'm really unclear on to where the camera is. I do want to try one thing. I just wanted to check in the Alpha FC in case we just dropped it somewhere.
You know what? Since it's out of balance, I want to try grabbing the smooth cable, going to the other room, grabbing the orange cable, putting the smooth cable in that groove, and putting the orange cable in the other groove.
Oh, just replace the...
Yeah, just switch which wire is which.
All right. We can do that.
I think, because I feel like it was the orange 9-inch cable that was fried, and the 4-inch red cable that was fried. I brought out my notes.
Aha! What was the thing we replaced? Yeah.
I think we replaced the 9-inch cable with the 12-inch cable. So let's instead replace the 4-inch cable with the 12-inch cable, and however long the smooth cable is with the with the groove in the orange. I think.
Yeah, it could be worse. All right. I'm gonna restore since the humans are on the move again. We've waited long enough. The person in the cylinder isn't altogether upstairs, if you know what I mean. I do, and I agree. You've given it more than enough time. Let's yank the fool out of there immediately and then get the replacement clone. No way. Procedure requires we get the replacement first. And that's what we're going to do. Now let's move. Okay. Welp.
Alright. Surgery?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
why not?
I mean, we can do this from. Or wait.
And maybe
yeah, maybe this is it. We can do it from here.
So I don't know if we have to go to the secondary channel, and we have to get the cable that we put in there.
Yes.
Do we know what it's called?
I believe it's the 12-inch cable.
Neither sonar nor extensions detect any 12-inch cable here.
Wait, are we carrying? I don't. The only thing I don't have is what color the 12-inch cable was.
Well, we replaced an orange cable with an orange cable.
Oh wait. Oh, it's a 14-inch cable then. My apologies.
Okay.
Because I do have that.
I've got everything except the ones we replaced the cables with.
I have the initial setup written down, and then I have the cables that we have, and I'm adding on the smooth cable now.
Okay, I already have it. Ah, I see we hadn't plugged it in yet.
Okay.
He's got a 14-inch cable, a 16-inch cable, a backup cable, a small sphere. He is carrying it!
The small sphere is the camera.
It is, and I don't understand why...
Anyway.
A minute ago, that looked like it was another cable. I don't understand
Well,
why we are having this... I have gone mad. I have gone completely mad.
So get the 9-inch cable. Yeah.
Taken.
Okay.
Now,
Oh, well then put the 14-inch cable in the groove, right?
the 14-inch cable is the orange one?
Yeah.
I guess I thought the 16-inch cable... Here's the problem, right? I don't know. Oh, no.
Wait.
Sensa has the other one.
Did we replace the... Yeah, she does.
I don't know anymore. Ah, wait. Approaching balance between all three units. Attempting internal stabilization. Reset codes may be entered now for planet-side stabilization. I guess I saved after we already plugged the thing in.
Yeah. Alright.
It's happening! Oh my god! Iris, for God's sake! Go and press the circles! Press the circles with all your might, Iris!
Press the fourth circle. Press
Access code accepted. Enter second access code now. Press third circle. Code recognition failed. Pattern entered does not match the reset code. Reset procedures aborted. New reset code being generated due to possible tampering. Oh my god.
Okay, so that's fine. So point the camera at the code, and we'll get the new code.
Okay. All right. Waldo. Plug. Sphere. In. I plugged it in. Point. Sphere at sign. It says Kanfu. Okay.
Okay. So Kanfu is, I have these written down too. 6 and then 1.
Yeah.
So Iris, press 6. And then
Iris, press 6th circle. First access code accepted. Enter second access code now. Press first circle. All systems returning to normal. Weather systems slowly approaching balance. Hydroponic systems working at full capacity. Surface life in recovery mode. Extrapolation based on current weather systems and food supplies. Total recovery in 16 cycles. Current surface casualties 4,891,000. Projected casualties during recovery 367,000. Original population 30,172,000. Total possible survivors 24,914,000. So it's 30,172,000 was the original. Total possible survivors 24,914,000. This score gives you the possibility of being considered for being burned in effigy. On a scale of 1 the best to 7 the worst, your ranking was 7. You successfully completed your task, bringing the filtering computers back into balance in 309 cycles.
We're the worst around.
Yeah! We did it, sort of.
We got 7 out of 7. As possible worst.
Oh my god. Yeah, but now at least, well, you see, that's the thing. We know the steps now, so if we wanted to, we could.
We could do it. We could do it and get like rank 1 probably.
Yeah, we could do it faster.
But also, F that.
But do we want to? I think that's the question.
Yeah. You know what I like to do is read what it says for a winner online.
Oh my god. It was really just a question of like what's where. And what oh Jesus. And I think my reading comprehension has slipped or something because I swear I didn't see that he was carrying the sphere.
I don't see a camera that you're carrying. We've never seen a camera that you're carrying.
Man, I looked at his inventory. Well, I was looking at a bunch of stuff at the time, I guess.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I was going to like try to bring up my notes and
wow. So we will end up, it says, with actually, if I'm doing the math right, over 5 million casualties.
I mean, for a global catastrophe, I think that number is not as bad as they make it out to be.
It's not terrible. It's only what? It's only what, like 17%?
I was going to say somewhere over the 10th of the population, but yeah. I mean, maybe closer to 20th of the population, but that's not the point.
Yeah,
The point is,
that's not important. Oh God. Well, we made it. We made it. And we are still alive.
We're gonna go and we're gonna delete this note.
Possibly getting burned in effigy. But you know, these things happen. Oh, jeez. Do you want to look at the Invisiclues to see if there's anything fun in there that we
I mean, sure. I would like to read what the alternate ending for like rank 1 through 6 are.
Oh, part of me wants to just run through it, but that's okay. Just to see how fast we can do it. But I will not waste your time with that. Well, let me take a second. Suspended Infocom endings. Let's see. I want to. It's gonna take a while to. Wait. Let me. I know a way to search for this. Possibility of being considered for being burned in effigy. That's a very specific phrase. So let me see if they let me take a look here. I'm gonna go ahead and just show the Googling that I'm doing right now. The 1983 suspended.
Yeah, I found a speed walkthrough that has, but not the wording.
Let's see. This score gives you. Let's see. Even after you figured out how to solve the game and how to do it in less than 160 turns, you still haven't won. On a scale of 1 to 7, your ranking was 7. Let's see. I'm just looking to see if they, nope. Dang it. No, they don't have it listed. Let me see if it's, there was one other link that came up.
Alright, I found one for rank 1.
Oh yeah?
They do it in 108 moves, or they have a walkthrough for 108 moves. If you follow the walkthrough exactly, you will have 71,000 casualties in 107 cycles and will receive a house in the country and unlimited bank account. Rank 1.
Nice. Well, you can go ahead and, can you send me that link?
Where is our text? I don't know how this works anymore.
There. You can send it to me in Discord, or you can send it to me over Zoom, or all manner of things we have.
There we go. In Discord.
Okay, got it. Okay. Let's see. Will receive a house in the country and an unlimited bank account. Okay, yeah, I see. Well, that's something. I guess that's better than being burned in effigy. Oh, jeez. Well, we made it. We recovered. We recovered. We made it through. Did you want to look at anything in the Invisiclues? Or have you had it?
Yeah. No, we can absolutely go through.
Okay. Let's see. So let's see. Is there anything? Let's see, all about the complex. I think we know about all of these things. What's in the cylinder in the central chamber? We found that out the hard way. What can I do with the library core? I was always a little curious if there was anything that we're not doing. Probably just going to tell us things we know already, but I'm willing to look at it. You can always take books out if you've got your access card. Right? Having Wiz ask about Floyd. That game wasn't out yet, was it? Maybe it was. Actually, there's nothing you can do with it. It's there to feed information to the 4 peripherals accessible to Wiz. Okay. So nothing there we can do. I think that's the one on the other level.
Right.
How do I get into the robots to go north the hallway junction? We know that. How do I get robots to the biological area? We know that. Why do robots keep dying when I send them into the FC area? Figured that out. How do I get Poet to take the transit system? I didn't realize it was a problem.
Oh, I mean, we can...
Like all robots, he needs a token. Have him buy a pass from the conductor. Be serious. How do you get Poet to do anything? I mean, that's really the... I mean, he does things. It's just that the problem is that he doesn't tell us what he's doing.
He's a man of the mind.
Yes. A very specific mind. How do I stop the robots from dying in the FC area? 2 of these. How do I stop the acid mist? We did that. How do I get the cutters from the top shelf? We did that. Okay. The robots. All about Iris. What good is Iris when she can't see? Iris is broken and needs to be fixed. Have Waldo open the panel, replace the faulty chip. We know these things. Oh, part of Iris is malfunctioning. What good is Iris? What good is Iris once she can see? Anything we were supposed to... Have you sent her to the 3 monitoring locations? She can tell you the state of affairs on the surface of the planet by looking at the monitors. You can enter the reset codes once the FCs are back in balance. How can I open up Iris? How do I get Iris to the robot repair area? We can't, but... Have you tried dragging her there? Have you tried sending her there? Have you tried having her follow another robot there? What makes you think you have to do this at all? You can't. Iris cannot leave the monitor area. Alright. Waldo. Wonderful Waldo. How can I get Waldo to fix Iris, and how can I get Waldo to tell me what's on the monitors? He can't. We asked him to look at the monitors. Have you had him wear his glasses? What makes you think Waldo can see at all? This is a job for Iris. Yes, great. What's up with Wiz? How do I get Wiz to answer my questions? I feel like we didn't use his full capacity. Have you typed in help? Have you directed Wiz to any of the peripherals? Have you typed Wiz plug in? Have you typed Wiz ask about or query about something? Yeah, that. Why does Wiz call everything by a number? Wiz isn't very smart by himself. The numbers are supplied by the central library core. The numbers always give a hint as to what the object really is. The number and letter sequence usually represents the real name for that object. I am not... Do you know what they're talking about? I don't remember him. Does he have like... that's the wrong one. I was trying to think if he mentioned a bunch of numbers when we had him query about things.
He may have.
Like it's possible. Not that this is hugely important or anything, but I'm just curious. And it's probably not really gonna... It doesn't matter. probably just going over. Yeah, let's not worry about it right now. Let me see. Anyway, how do I get Wiz to plug himself into Sensa? I don't want to read that one because I'm concerned that it's not going to be appropriate. What good is Wiz? Wiz can supply you with hints once he's plugged into the advisory pedestal. Wiz can supply background material from the other pedestals when it's available. Once you know all about what Wiz has to tell you, you might be able to figure out another way to use him. Really?
No.
No.
I mean, maybe Iris. Maybe plugging him into Iris would tell us how to get her the hell out of that room.
I don't know.
I doubt it.
This is from an era when there was a certain type of humor that was used casually that is no longer used casually. I'm just going to leave it at that. But does Wiz have a personality problem interacting with the other robots? No. For the most part, he has no personality.
Awesome.
Okay. Sensitive Sensa. It says, what was Sensa designed to do? Sensa can detect all kinds of vibrations. Sensa issues the tremor warnings. Sensa can detect all kinds of radiation emissions. Sensa can also detect electrical flow. How do I get Sensa to work? Have Sensa examine an object. She will tell you anything she may detect about it. Have you tried having her report? Yes. Enigmatic poet. Poet talks gibberish, no? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Poet is unable to process information normally, and so he does the best he can. Try having Poet and several other robots describe the same thing. You'll catch on. What is Poet's function? To annoy us! Poet's a specialized robot capable of diagnosing problems. Have you asked Poet to report? Have him touch some objects. Yeah. Auda, a patient listener. How do I get Auda to talk? First, find the Vox chip. Yeah, this is red herring. Plug the Vox chip into Auda's mouth hole. You can't get Auda to talk. She's all ears. How do I get Auda out of the upper section of the complex? Tell Auda to go to any room you like. Have Auda climb the step. You need something to go by the step so she can roll over it. Yeah, we know. How do I get Auda to listen to what's going on? Have you tried Auda listen? If you tried Auda listen, try typing in Auda listen and then wait for a while. When Auda interrupts you to tell you something is going on, have her follow the talking creatures. Yes. Fred the Intrepid. I think we looked at these already. Does Fred perform any useful function? He was once a great dancer. There's not something in him that is indeed useful. Try to take the red wire in him. Since he no longer works, he won't miss it. You'll need to have a robot use the cutting tool. Yeah. That was the bit we didn't read. FC interrupt intruder alert. The FC's filtering computers warn that intruders have entered the complex. How do I communicate with them? There's no way to talk to them. You can only listen to what they say. Have Auda listen. Have Auda follow the talking mechanisms while she's listening. I keep dying, and when I do, 3 people are standing there. What's going on? The people are replacing you with a clone. They think that you're insane and are creating all the problems yourself. They don't have any choice in what they do. They assume you're at fault unless you somehow communicate the true nature of the problem to them. How do I stop the people from killing me? Have you tried killing them? We did. It didn't work. Have you tried preventing them from getting to the biological area? Have you tried showing them what's wrong with the complex? Well, there are 2 ways. Though the first gets you only another 75 cycles. Stand them in the hallway end by having a robot take the car to the biological area. Strand them in the hallway end by having a robot take the car to the biological area.
I did it.
We figured that out. We did both.
Yeah.
Have a robot steal the bag once they go to sleep. When the robot does this, the people will awaken and chase the robot. Have the robot lead the people to the maintenance area beneath the FCs. We figured that out. Which was very helpful.
Yeah.
Less dying of acid.
Oh,
what's in the bag?
I actually want this question.
Yes. What's in the bag? Damn you! Have a robot take the bag while the people are asleep. Have the robot open the bag and find out for you. They can't. You can't open the bag. It belongs to the people. There are some cloning tools inside the bag which humans can use, but robots cannot use. Those are just cloning tools.
How do you know that? How do you know? We can't open the bag.
What is a cloning tool?
Yeah, I always thought.
And how does it fit inside a bag?
I always thought the people were the cloning tools.
Yeah.
A bunch of tools.
Yeah. Monitors and controls. The weather. Why does the weather keep getting worse? This we really could have used some help with. Everyone on the surface was either washing their cars, heading for the beach, or planning a picnic. Ah. Yes, that's because that's how, as you know, how you get it to rain.
Yep.
The FCs are doing the best they can, but they're malfunctioning. The FCs are constantly adjusting the pressure in one of the towers and doing a lousy job. How do I fix the weather towers on the surface of Contra? It's the planet Contra, by the way, for those just joining us. First, fix Iris so she can see the monitors, helpful but not truly necessary. Send a robot to the weather control area. Try turning the dials to different settings. Set the middle dial to 99 or 100, then pray for the best. Which is kind of what we did.
What we did.
So, you know, just...
And it works for a while, and then it steadily goes down.
Yeah. We kept people from dying for a little while, and by kept people from dying, I mean we kept more people from dying than would have. But they still want to burn us in effigy. I keep turning dials in the weather control area, but nothing happens. Why? Something is happening. Be patient. Weather does not change instantly. It takes about 5 FC cycles before Iris will be able to report on a change in the surface environment. Okay. Why won't the weather towers stay in balance once they've been stabilized? The FCs keep resetting them. You can never actually fix the situation. The best you can do is buy some time while you go about repairing the real problem, the FCs.
Yep.
I mean, the transit system and hydroponics seem fairly self-explanatory, but we can take a look. Why do so many casualties occur when I shut off the floaters? Try looking at it this way. You're in an airplane. Someone comes by and removes its wings at 38,000 feet. Ouch. Maybe we shouldn't have done that then. Was that a problem? That might have been a problem. How do I stop people from getting on the floaters? If the floaters weren't in operation, no one would use them. People are using the taxis and the glide walks to get to the floaters. Stop the taxis and the glide walks. So we could have helped our numbers by only stopping those two things, I guess.
Right. Possibly. Okay.
Why do the glide walks keep picking up speed? The FCs are doing it just like they're messing about with the weather towers. What's wrong with the robo-taxis? They're revolting against their human bosses. Well, maybe not. They're striking for better pavement. Their union's not very strong, though. The FCs are misinterpreting information and are unable to control them correctly. That sounds more reasonable. Better turn them off. How do I keep casualties down to a minimum from the transit system? Try shutting everything off. Throw the switches which control the transit system. In the following order. 1 taxis, 2 glide walk, 3 floaters when there are no people in them. I guess maybe if Iris is at the transit monitors.
Yeah.
Then she can see if there are people in the floaters. That makes sense.
I mean, we may have done it in the right order. We just may not have, like...
I do say!
Done it quickly. Done it a little too quickly.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay.
Well, You know, hydroponics. Why bother with food at a time like this? Everyone has to eat, even in an emergency. A well-balanced breakfast is the start of any good day. Even with what's going on, people will starve without food. How do I balance the hydroponics controls? They don't need to be balanced until a secondary tremor occurs. Push the levers forward or pull the levers back until Iris tells you the nutrients, lighting, and water are balanced. Where do I get a cheeseburger?
That's a question I ask all the time.
Did you try sending out for one? This space intentionally left blank. Oh, well. So you have to clear your mind, and then the cheeseburger will appear. That's what that's telling me. Repairing the filtering computers. Just what's wrong with the filtering computers? A tremor has disrupted their channels of communication. They can't make a mutual decision about what to do. There are 2 cables which have been severed due to the tremors. 1 cable in the primary channel, 1 in the secondary. We looked at all of this. Actually, we did look at all of this. How can I figure out what to replace to get the FCs working properly? Figure out which cable is malfunctioning in the primary channel. Have Poet touch all the cables. Replace it with a wire of the same color. Now do the same thing in the secondary channel. And turns out you can also just have Sensa look at the wire. And that helps. Do we want anything else in here?
I don't think so.
Yeah. It also means that damaged cable that we found underneath the shelf was meaningless!
Yep.
General questions. What's with the cutter? What good is it? I mean, we know that. What is the significance of the machine in the main supply room? Within the machine rests an orange wire. This might come in handy. It has a panel on which the reset codes are written. Okay, that one. What is the significance of the panel on the machine in the main... We know this. For your amusement, have you tried having Poet describe everyone? A little bit. Having Wiz ask about Gregory Franklin. Oh, that was the previous person who was in the cylinder that went insane.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that went nuts and started just messing with the environment on purpose. Which is why they're so trigger happy now. Having all the robots read the plaque in the sterilization chamber? Oh. I didn't even think about the sterilization chamber. We were barely there. I think Auda was there briefly.
Like, where the F was the sterilization chamber?
That's when the humans come through there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's where they enter. We never went there. Just like we never went to the dead end.
Yep. We went to the dead end. We just didn't
we?
really do anything there. Yeah.
Was there nothing there?
One time.
Ah, crap.
It was a dead end.
Pull this back up here. Okay. Having Poet look while he's in the same room as Fred. Yes! That was how we found him.
Yeah.
That's the only reason we know his name is Fred. Poet was the only one to call him by his name. Everyone else, he was just a mechanism. Sadness.
His name was Robert Paulson.
His name was Robert Paulson. Have you tried turning all the hydroponics levers down to 0? We have not. I worry about what that might do. Probably destroys everything. All the plants. Attacking the people with the wire cutter. No, we did not try that. But that sounds fun. Having Auto go to the activities area and wait for the people to get there after they fix the acid leak. Yes. That's how we found the reference to Starcross.
Yep.
We kept on them. Having Auto hang around with the people while they wait for the car. There was one point where they were there, and
I think we did hear what they said. I can't remember.
Said, "Let's get in the car." Yeah, unless it's like have someone go take the car and then have Auda accompany them when there's no car. But who knows? asking the robots to kiss one another. We have not tried that. That's for the After Dark version of this game. But that, I think, is everything then. Unless there's anything else you want to go back and look at.
Not in particular.
Okay. Well, that is amusing. I almost want to go back in and have them attack someone with the wire cutters, but I feel as though...
I mean, wire cutters, what they say about... I mean, we could do some of these things. I'm always happy when, like, we go through this list and we've done a number of them.
Yeah. We've done several of these. The only things we haven't tried, I guess I'm a little bit curious about, is turning all the hydroponics levers down to 0 and attacking people with the wire cutters.
Yeah.
We could try that. Yeah, sure. Let me grab this. Hang on. Let me find it real quick in my archive here once again. Okay, hang on. So we could restore at any of these points, really. But small freaking supply room, I think that was the one we wanted. Okay, so first of all, if we're gonna set this thing up, let me turn this on and actually grab the right window here. There we go. So let's see. Poet needs to go to the hydroponics control area. Okay. Actually, yes, I'm gonna send Waldo to the, before I forget. He needs to go to the, actually, wait a minute. He's in the small supply room already. Okay, we're good. Waldo, go to the, sloping corridor. So we can get the ramp. So we can get the wire cutters. Let's see. And I'm gonna send Iris to the hydroponics monitors. Because we want to be able to see the terror that's happening. Good, good. Okay. Okay, good. Iris is there. Poet, look for me. Okay. Poet. Was it move first lever to 0? Move second lever to 0. The food situation has become totally unsalvageable. Continued existence is meaningless. All systems are shutting down, and you're the first system to be disconnected. Welp!
That was fast.
that was very fast. That was very fast. Let's pull that back up real quick. Let me grab the other one. Okay. Let's see. Restore. We're going to restore back to the small freaking supply room. Waldo, go to the sloping corridor. Wait. Okay. Get ramp. Go to small supply room. Wait. Drop ramp. Get on ramp. Get cutting tool. Get off ramp. East.
Yeah.
I'm in a small room with exits to the west and east. Sonar detects odd objects within the room whose purpose eludes my perceptive abilities. In the room with me are Auda and some mobile objects. And now, the rise of the machines.
Attack mobile objects.
Attack mobile objects.
With cutting tool.
With cutting tool. They don't respond.
What? Hit? Stab?
Attack humans with cutting tool. They don't respond. How strange.
Stab.
Fight humans. Cutting tool. They don't respond. Oh, that's a bit of a letdown.
No, stab them. Cut them. More adjectives.
Stab humans with wire cutter. Ah, there we go. That robot's got some nerve. According to Auda, that robot's got some nerves. Grab that thing while I disarm it. You've got it, pal. I'll get its extensions. Fine, I've got the weapon. Shut that stupid thing off. My pleasure. Although they're shutting me off. So much for that robot. Too bad. And Cryoleak gets reestablished to Irons. You're right. We just needed the right words.
Yeah.
Well, that's a very satisfying ending, I think. Much more satisfying than that we finally got to stab the humans. So, I think I'm good. How about you?
Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to do in here before we dive out of it?
No, I think I'm good here.
Cool. Excellent. All right. We have somehow managed to complete the mission. At long last. At long last. So thank you all very much for watching. This was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do it again.
Yes.
Murder.
And again. Murder. Murder. Oh, yeah. So, any final thoughts about Suspended?
Ahead of its time. Definitely ahead of its time.
Yeah, in some ways.
Some may say too far ahead of its time.
Yeah.
And now that we're playing it, some 40 plus years later, behind the time.
Yeah. I feel like getting anything to work is still like this, basically.
Yeah.
In many ways.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. I'll recover. Very different from the other Infocom games, just in the way the whole thing is set up. So I don't think any of the other Infocom games are quite like this. So it is unique in this sense.
Yeah.
Where you have, where you're not moving around, but you're entirely just instructing other beings to move around.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
I mean, really, you're playing multiple characters who have limited ability. Like,
yeah.
Like it was interesting. It was a different take. I didn't hate it. And some of the things were fun.
Yes.
Like figuring out we could steal the tools and accidentally stumbling upon the humans fixing our problem. And
That was great. I loved it. I think that was my favorite part. It's
Yeah.
just the humans coming in and being like, "Oh, hey," like, what? That was fun. I think, yeah, the thing that troubled me the most about this was just the whole syntax thing. Just
yeah,
really painful. I think more painful in this game than in any of the others we've played. I'm willing to say. And I think,
yeah, and there were so many like different syntax, like,
yeah,
for the same thing.
yeah,
It
it's like every object they had to have like 6 different descriptions of it.
I'd say it would be if it was an actually helpful game, it would have been a much more boring game.
That's fair. That's very true, and I guess that was their mindset at the time,
Yeah,
if nothing else. But no, I did have fun with it. I liked the robots. But then again, I like robots in general. I enjoy robots. Anything with robots in it. So I was happy. I was just mostly happy the robots survived. That made me happy.
yeah. I mean, sans Fred, but Fred wasn't.
Yeah,
part-
unfortunately. Yeah, I wish we could have repaired Fred.
Yeah.
But yes, I think my entire objective in my own mind throughout this whole thing was really just keeping the robots alive. That was, screw humanity.
Yeah, right.
Doesn't matter how many of them die, as long as the robots are okay. That was really what mattered to me.
They'll repopulate.
Yeah, they'll be fine. Robots, they're humans you can replace easily. Robots, not so much.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, thankfully we have made it. We have made it through this game finally, and time soon for another one. We chatted backstage before we started today, because we figured the end was near, and it turns out that we are going back to fantasy next time, and we will be playing the first game in the Enchanter trilogy, called, strangely enough, Enchanter. And there will be,
Diabolical.
yeah, it's how strange that it should be called that. This is one of the games that I have played, but it has been a very long time. So there is a lot I will have forgotten. But this will be one of those experiences where I might remember things from time to time, but I'm going to try to keep quiet about them so that you have a chance to do stuff, basically, with some of this. Because I played Enchanter and some of Sorcerer, I think. I can't remember clearly, but apparently I never played the third one in the trilogy, Spellbreaker. But that's the thing. It's been so long, I don't remember clearly. So, it's mostly, this is going to be sort of dousing for memories.
Right.
As this whole thing goes.
Yeah, I'm excited to get back into a fantasy realm.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. We've been playing with sci-fi for a while now, so we can finally sort of dip back in that direction. And so I think that'll be fun. So that'll be maybe in 2 weeks, if we're available. It just depend on our timing and everything.
Currently, it looks clear.
Ah, excellent.
Currently.
So barring life stuff happening, we will see you folks again in 2 weeks. We will begin another adventure. And I'm so glad we've been doing this. We've been doing this for a couple of years now, actually, as it turns out.
Yeah.
And so I very appreciate your going on this strange retro journey with me.
I love it. I always wanted to complete these games and would get frustrated and never finish it myself. because of syntax. And I
Yes.
knew it was because of syntax, but like, yeah, I really am enjoying it because like I've always wanted to play these.
Yeah. Yay. Cool, cool, cool. Well, folks, thank you all very much for watching. Let me. Was there anything else you wanted to you wanted to say before we sign off?
No, I don't think so. Look, the two games I promote right now, Star Wars Unlimited, play it. Blood on the Clock Tower, play it if you're social, and even if you're not, they have characters that are not social, and you don't have to like it's an easy game. Like it doesn't have to be. Don't make it hard. Just have fun with it. That's it.
Nice. Awesome, awesome. All right, well, as for me, you can find me in the usual places. I'm Other Doc in most places. Everywhere else, I'm Jim. Yes, that Jim. So tomorrow, with any luck, we are going to be continuing with our Trail of Cthulhu campaign that my friend Pope is running. We've had a little bit of we've had a little bit of real life stuff happening, and last week I was not well, so we couldn't play, and so hopefully we'll be able to play tomorrow. We'll see kind of how things go, and I'm very much looking forward to jumping back into that. And that's all I've got again really planned for right now. There'll be various things happening. I'm probably going to jump into Frostpunk sometime within the next week or so again, because I can't stop myself. Continuing with that, and we'll see if I have other games that I can bring in here. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, folks, I thank you all very much for watching. Please take care of yourselves. Please remember you are unique, and that is wonderful, because variety is very important. You matter. Take care, and we will see you all of a sudden. Farewell.
Bye.